we got a boat, and
Where's our 50 people?
they're, doing their rowing thing. We can't hear you, Michael, if you've been talking.
Sounds like a no.
In our world.
For the first time ever.
Hello?
We hear you.
Okay. Yay.
You all hear me before?
Just now.
Nope.
Okay. Wow, it's like as soon as Ming's problems were fixed, all of them transferred to me.
Damn. It's contagious.
Anyways, so who would like to give a recap to your confused crew of sailors? Because what they have just seen is you all run onto the ship and tell them to sail off, as a group of very angry Spartan soldiers is chasing after you.
You mean sailing after us?
Well, they don't have their boats yet, I believe.
Well, the last thing you guys saw and heard as Ming cast a shatter spell at them as you were sailing away.
Specifically
was,
on the oars.
Yes. Was a group of Spartans boarding one of their own ships to chase after you all. You all got a decent head start on them, especially because Ming cast the shatter spell. But you're still in their territory, as it were. So.
So no one wants to give
I forget
this
who gave the
recap?
recap last week. I can give it.
Yeah, I did it. I didn't know we can do it twice in a row or something.
Yeah, I just yelled at the sailors. All right, boys, it didn't work out so well. We kind of met with the plural kings of Sparta. They decided, yeah, war's the way to go. And they kind of, kicked us off, but weren't going to kill us, except now we kind of kidnapped a slave, and whatever's a slave had run away with. And I look over to the girl.
Oh. Well, you didn't kidnap me per se. I was hoping you would rescue my husband and I. Although
your brother? Wait.
Brother? What? Incest?
No, it was her husband.
Oh, okay.
I think you guys just assumed brother.
Oh.
I could have sworn I remember you said brother.
I thought so too.
Nope.
We'll check the VOD.
Well, she's single now.
So we have his body on the boat with us. Yes,
and you can see as Orion refers to her, she's holding the brother. Now it's jumped up on me. The body of her recently deceased husband, and she is, quite clearly beat up about it. Her eyes are very red, but she's had a rough couple of days, and so at this point she's almost used to the hardships that she's dealing with.
Just kneel down, point over to Orthrus and just have him scoot over and do the cute puppy dog thing, lick at her hands to make her feel better.
She starts to pet Orthrus with one hand, and you can see in the other hand is the bag that she and her brother. God damn it!
No, I took the bag. I have the bag.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you have the bag still?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking in the bag.
All right. You open up the bag, and you see, for the most part, it's a pretty shitty looking bag. It's got some holes in it, covered in dirt, the kind of thing you would expect a slave to have. And it's devoid of contents, except for a single item, a clay tablet with a certain inscription on it, which I shall now show to you.
Oh shit.
Serious note.
Do we understand these?
It looks like Egyptian hieroglyphics.
So if you look a little closer, Aristophanes, you would recognize this as being the script is cuneiform, and it's very similar to the Babylonian that you know because it's the same script. So you understand the sounds that it's making, and you can sort of see what it's getting at. But you can tell it's not quite the same dialect. It's a different language, and what's more, the words don't go together as you would expect them to from your knowledge of Babylonian. There's something different about it, and it's not just the fact that it's a different language.
All right. I
So
guess
what
I'll
is it that we risked our lives for? Let's look at Artie.
Let me try to see if I can figure this out. I want to cross comprehend languages, see if that makes it any clearer.
Doesn't make it any clearer.
Alright. So is it like jumbled words that I can read but doesn't make sense?
Let me just double check comprehend languages to be sure that I've got it down.
It doesn't help with ciphers, if it's a cipher.
Well, you do cast comprehend languages, and as soon as you cast your spell, the tablet, which was previously solid clay, it had been fired, and it looked as though the writing was set in stone, as it were. But the tablet softens, and the characters rearrange themselves. And while you can make out individual words, they don't really mean anything to you. It would be like reading the writings of a 2-year-old child or an idiot. It's just random words put together. But as the words settle down, you see that they form a coherent message. And
Okay.
that message is this.
Oh shit!
Jeez, that's long.
Why don't you read it out louder?
Artie, what does it say?
Yeah, read it word for word.
God. So, I read it word for word. Not. I'm just gonna ask, Cassandra, where'd you get this from?
Well, my husband and I had been plotting to escape Sparta for some time, and then when the assembly convened in the city of all the ambassadors from the league, we saw that one of them was staying at our master's house, and he seemed to be sending out quite a lot of these tablets. So we figured that when we escaped, if we took one of them and brought them to Athens, then it might convince you all to let us stay there and not send us back to the Spartans. So my husband and I decided to steal one in the night and then try to meet with you all on the road. But I don't know how they caught us, but they found out that the tablets were that one of the tablets was missing, and they came after us.
So I take this as the official message from Sparta to Athens then.
Well, it's from. He said Persian. You said, is that what you read? Is it Aristophanes?
No, it's just I don't know what it says. I can't read it.
Did you just read out loud?
Yeah, didn't you just read it out loud?
You did just read it out loud.
I read it out loud.
You mentioned
It doesn't make
a
sense.
Persian army and the top Persian archer.
Maybe it's just a prank.
They seem pretty ready to kill for this prank tablet.
Yeah. So, I don't think my spell actually deciphered it, but it's probably like layered in like a bunch of spells. Maybe a more adept translator can figure out what it is.
Can I touch it?
Go ahead.
I examined the tablet. Is it just a clay tablet?
Make an investigation check.
Investigation. Oof.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like any other piece of clay you'd ever seen. It was kind of strange a moment ago when the tablet softened and then the characters rearranged themselves, but the tablet seems to have rehardened, and it's the same as it was before, so far as you can tell.
I did want to like look over. I keep forgetting what's her name, the slave's name.
Cassandra.
I want to
Yes.
like read into Cassandra's expression to see if she was like telling us the full truth about the tablet that she got.
Okay, make an insight check then.
I also want to see if she's telling the truth, because this looks like bullshit to me.
I want to see
You
if
get an
Artie's telling the
insight
truth.
check. You get an insight check. Everyone gets an insight check.
Can I see if Artie's telling the truth?
I'm telling the truth.
Aristophanes is telling the truth, but you can tell that he doesn't know what kind of truth he's telling. This is just such a strange message. You've never heard anything like it before. As far as Orion and Aristophanes reading into Cassandra's story, you can tell that she is very shaken up by the death of her husband, and that her story seems quite sincere and truthful. You get the impression that, yeah, I mean, this is the sort of plan that a slave would come up with to try and, escape and make friends in another country so that they can start a new life. And you don't get the impression that she's knowingly lying to you or anything like that. She might have some other useful information for you, but it's, she's not working against you or anything like that.
Orion will just nod and drop his hunter's mark he put on her at the end of last session.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put it back in the bag.
And just to be clear, at this point, you all have sailed for enough time for a short rest to have happened.
Oh,
Cool.
So if you want to do anything for that, go ahead.
I will sing a song of rest, I guess, for those who care.
cool. Just ended.
I don't care, but
An extra 1d6.
So while everyone is resting and trying to
Oh, thank you for the song.
decipher this weird message on the tablet, Euphemios comes over to you all and he says, "So what exactly is this thing supposed to be then? Why would they want? Why would those Spartans go to all this trouble just to get this silly tablet?"
Well, it appeared magical at the least, isn't that right, Artie?
Yeah, and looks like whatever magic it's got is not so easily deciphered that a mere spell of mine can figure it out.
Magic. What
Yeah.
you say the item itself is enchanted?
I believe so.
Well, whoever would go to the trouble to make such a thing then must think that it's very important. Enchanted items are not easy to come by.
Yeah,
Well,
so...
what
What makes you think it's enchanted?
Well, when I cast
The letters
comprehend
were
languages, everything moved around. Usually, clay tablets don't do that,
Oh, I thought that was just you, Aristophanes.
Yeah, maybe one day.
In either case, we should return to Athens post-haste and get the news of incoming war.
Speaking of that, Cassandra, how do you feel about a detour to Crete, or life on Crete?
A detour to Crete?
I
I'm not even sure where Crete is. Where is it?
It's right next to Cyprus.
We've also, at least I don't think any of us have been to Crete. Why do you bring it up now?
Oh, I remember seeing it on the map, and
Oh.
one of the merchants had mentioned it.
Dende, is Crete where you got this your drinking flask from Duncan? Am I reading it correctly?
It is, actually. It was quite a nice place. They gave me this mug as a commemoration of my visit there. I now use this mug whenever I have a drink.
Tell me, do the Spartans rule there?
Hey, Aristophanes, do they?
Do they? Do I remember?
Nope.
Cool. I don't know. Never been there.
Well, if it's all the same to you all, then I think I would not like this detour to Crete. After all, my husband and I did dream of running away to Athens. I
Yes.
can't just abandon that dream so soon after his death.
Why Athens in particular?
Well, to be honest, from a slave's perspective, all the city-states are sort of alike, since they all have slaves of their own. But at the very least, we thought that since the Athenians and the Spartans don't like each other, then the Athenians wouldn't send us back to Sparta,
That's true.
if for no other reason than to annoy the Spartans.
Now that I think of it, Aristophanes, no offense, but your home is a bit ramshackled, right? Couldn't you use a worker to at least look after it while we're away?
Actually,
Well, I suppose. Would you like to work for me?
Oh, well, as a free woman?
You'll
Yes,
get
of
your
course.
paycheck.
There's no slavery aboard the ship.
At that point, Cassandra bursts into tears again and goes from still cradling her husband's body to she leaps across the distance to Aristophanes, hugs your legs, and just starts kissing you and saying, "Oh, thank you, thank you.
I'm just
I
two
never
thumbs
dreamed-
up in the background.
I never dreamed that I would meet someone so nice so quickly. Perhaps there is a silver lining to this misfortune I've suffered."
Yeah, it's okay. I pat her on the head. You can stop kissing my leg now.
Oh, right, of course. I'm sorry.
where are we anyway?
Well,
Look towards our
at-
first mate.
At that point, you see that Carpos is not on the deck with you all, but he is at the top of the mast of the ship that you all have. And he is currently looking
Wait,
around.
Why are we in a large rowboat?
Well, I didn't have time to prepare this for this session this week because it got moved to Saturday. So a large rowboat is what we're in.
Nice.
Hold his boat.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, Carpos. How far off the inland are we?
Well, to throw off those Spartans, we're just about 10 miles away from land, or at least that's how far away we should be. But to be honest with you, these are still Spartan waters, so my men and I aren't particularly familiar with them. To be certain of where we are, we will have to sail close to land soon. Either that, or just hunker down here until night, until we can at least try to move based on the stars.
I look
Yeah,
at.
let's go towards land.
Isn't Sparta inland?
So Sparta is inland, and I realized after I saw Ash's message a couple of days ago that the map I gave you all doesn't show this as well as I'd like it to. So there's Sparta on the map, and then right by it you can see like a little river.
Yep.
And at the mouth of that river, there is a town called Gethion, which is where Sparta's port is. So that's where your ship was docked. And that's where Carpos and the sailors of your crew waited as you and Euphemios walked to Sparta and met with the kings and whatnot. And so now it's been, a few hours since you all set sail. And, you know you're still in Spartan territory, but you don't know exactly where you are.
Are we south of Sparta in that port or to the east?
South.
Okay.
Oh, where's Sparta? I can't find it.
Bottom of the map of Greece. Is-
Okay. So we looped around?
Yeah, I assume.
Yeah, I'll have to do what the map of Schult thing was and have it be an actual page or something that I can ping off of.
We could just say that we're just Sparta, if I remember correctly, is on the sort of southern half of Peloponnesia, right?
Yes.
So we can just say we're like in the waters south of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's clear by the map if we're 10 miles off that. I agree with Artie. Maybe we could take a look, get a good bearing, so we can make post haste back to Athens.
Yeah, I mean, we did get here, so we should know the way back.
Well,
Well,
the
you do
open
know
sea
the way.
is a little difficult to traverse.
You do know the way back, more or less. The only difficult thing is that in order to get away from the Spartans as quickly as possible, you didn't start your journey retracing your steps. You sort of just pointed your ship away from port and then set sail.
Interesting.
Well, sounds like our sailor could use some work.
I could give us a bit of protection not being observed as we get towards land, but it won't be completely useful.
At this point, Carpos has come down from the ship's crow's nest, and he says, "All right, captains, what's the plan?"
It was a 2 days journey to get here. I assume we got some rest in that time. We could just hunker down and maybe take some watches, make sure no one gets near us, and get to land the next day.
That's true, but they did declare war on us, and this might just make sure whatever ships they have might be repaired in that time. Since you destroyed at least 1 or 2 oars, we might be able to get away quicker now.
And on our way here, did we see any ships? Did we pass by any?
Well, this region of the sea it's got its fair share of merchant ships. As far as warships are concerned, you definitely saw some in port, but you didn't see any sailing around. Although at this point, now that war has been declared, and you all left Gatheon on less than cordial terms with the Spartans, you can assume that there might be 1 or 2 ships sailing around.
Speaking of which, I tell Carpos, could you get someone to take down the flag for now, just so we're not, blazing with the symbol of Athens?
Alright, yeah, let's go to land.
All right, you two, get to work. Replace the sail with the one we had before we set sail from Athens. The rest of you, point the ship, 90 degrees to port, and start sailing that way. That should take us to land in a couple of hours.
All right, Carpos, let me know when we are nearing land. Perhaps half an hour off or so.
Okay. And unless you guys have anything else specifically that you want to do, we can just time skip to that point right now.
Okay.
Time skip. Let's go.
I'm good with that.
I'm assuming we had a long rest in between.
Well, it's just a couple hours.
Yeah, we'll get to long rest later.
You can have another short rest.
I'm good.
I'm just going to, once he lets me know we're getting close to land, I'm going to use Pass Without a Trace just to cover as much of the ship I can, which is 60 feet diameter, so it doesn't cover the whole ship, but it'll make us a little more, veil us with shadows and silence.
Yeah, let me just double check and be sure that I actually updated the ship size to be correct. I did not. Let me do that right now. So it's still 20 feet wide, but it turns out it is actually 90 feet long. So you cover up the majority of the ship.
Yeah.
You cover up basically the parts where you can see people on the ship. So all the rowers and whatnot. But you don't cover up the bow and the stern of the ship, where the ship's ram is and where its rudders are.
Oh, quick question. Can I use second wind just before the short rest and then regen it after the short rest? Regain it, I mean.
I think that's how it works.
There was enough time for that to have happened, so
cool. I am
that's
now
okay.
full.
Nice.
Also, it looks like Pass Without Trace only works on creatures.
Oh, really?
Wait, yeah, we're just a floating boat. Don't worry about it.
Companions. But you're a ghost ship. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I can cast this twice,
Alright.
so I'm going to do it an hour before we get near shore, and then the hour while we're leaving the shore, just to give us a little bit. I don't know how much. Probably not that much of cover.
Okay.
Alright, we just gotta huddle around you now.
All right. So you all want to sail to shore. All right. So when you all start to get within sight of land, Carpos says, "All right, this shouldn't take too long. Maybe just half an hour or so for my men and I to get our bearings, and then we can sail straight back to Athens. Be on the lookout, though. Enough time will have certainly gone by for the Spartans to have replaced their oars."
Alright. And I'm just gonna stand in the center, you know, and I guess put my hands out, and you see like a little bit of natural magic from Artemis come, and shadows lengthen on the ship.
Okay. 1 second. All right.
Oh yeah. Quick question. Can I change my god?
From 2.
Since Ash is already the Artemis guy, can I? I was thinking of switching it up to God of Destiny instead.
Destiny.
What is that?
Yes, what is that? Let me check and see what I said it is.
Clothis. I don't know what the Egyptian equivalent is though.
Destiny.
What
Wait,
we're
why am I
destined to die.
downloading it from Discord? I made this document. I can just open it from my computer.
That is correct. Tell me who the Greek god equivalent is, and I should be able to tell you the Egyptian equivalent.
So your options. Wait a second. The Theros one of Destiny was Clothis. So that leaves you with only Apollo.
Apollo, but he's a sun though.
He's an oracle god.
He is
So I
he is
could do-
majorly Oracle God.
Horus, or yeah, probably Horus. It's probably the Egyptian equivalent. 'Cause
Horus?
I think because Ra is the. I'm pretty sure Ra is the sun, right?
Ra's the sun.
Yeah, sun. So Horus it is,
Okay.
if you don't mind. I don't know what the spell is, but I really went with the. I think it's better for the background.
Okay.
You're a man of fate.
That is okay with me.
Cool.
All right. So you all are now ready to set sail?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Sir.
Okay. Well, you notice during the half hour or so that you all were on land that no one seems to have caught sight of your ship. It doesn't seem that you all were there long enough for anyone to have, wandered upon you all and sounded any kind of alarms. So it looks like for now you're safe to set sail. But let's see if that stays the case.
I don't have many arrows, just letting you know. So.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I'm just letting already know, like in character. Like, it's best if we don't try and fight off any ships.
Yeah.
Can you use something else as an alternative for the arrows?
Not, well, like what?
Bark sticks.
Uh,
Surely you must know how to make your own.
well, yes, but do you see wood readily available besides the ship itself? I usually use
Carpos-
branches from trees, but there's no trees here.
Carpos walks up to you all and says, "Well, boss, we do have some barrels and some boxes. If you really want to take the time, I guess you could try to convert them into arrows, but I don't think that would be a good
Let's
weapon to
make that
use."
a plan B. Plan A is
Yeah.
still running away very fast.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
That is fine by me.
All right. Unfortunately for you all, though, it's time to make a perception check.
Everyone?
Ooh, okay.
Everyone.
Cool. And I get my bonus.
Yes, do that.
Hey Bard, are you gonna inspire anyone?
Nope. I didn't know this was coming.
Yeah, but just spam it, you know?
I can't. I ran out.
You can't. Oh, it's not a cantrip?
No,
No.
it's
It's a
on
class
the
feature, right?
resource.
Yeah, I have 2 more uses.
Hey Ash, how do I automatically add it to my rolls?
Oh, if you go up towards the settings,
Yeah.
you look at where is it? You see where you have a bunch of skills? Oh no, not there. Sorry. On the right side, you see show global save modifier, show global skill modifier. You want a global skill modifier.
And then what?
And then once you go back, it'll be underneath your in your tools area.
Oh, okay. Cool. Nice. Thank you.
So what do we see?
You see, so as you all are sailing away from land, you're sort of sailing perpendicular away from the coastline, heading towards Athens now. You see coming around a small cape, another ship. Now it's pretty far away, but luckily for you all, you're still sort of in the combat zone, as it were, and you can make out the distance sails that have an image that I have not had time to prepare. So we will just say that you recognize them to be Peloponnesian sails.
Interesting. They don't know that we're an Athenian ship.
Not yet.
Well, they're sailing
Yeah.
towards you.
I'm gonna ask Euphemios, hey, how is Athens with Peloponnesians?
Well, we did just meet with the Peloponnesian League, and they did just declare war on us.
Ah,
There are some city-states in the Peloponnese that are not a part of the Peloponnesian League, but it would not be safe for us to assume that that ship is one of those neutral cities.
perhaps we keep sailing, and any obviously Athens individuals hide below deck. Artie might be able to perceive the people that we are just a merchant vessel.
I am Egyptian.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at this point, while you all are talking, the ship has now sailed onto the map
Oh shit.
and is on your starboard side. So
I look
whatever decision you make,
Huh.
make it fast.
I look at the nobles.
Yeah, we'll
this
do that.
Guy and the slave, and tell all 4 of these people to follow me below deck.
Yeah, do that. I recognize those people.
Okay. They
Wait,
follow
that's not
you.
a starboard. Oh, that's
It's a starboard.
Oh, hold on.
It's the right
Sorry,
side.
I'm looking at the wrong ship.
There's only been one ship on the map. Anyways,
What? My map. Oh yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I take these
Anyways.
guys below deck.
all right. Make a stealth check, Ash.
Is Pass Without Trace still up? Like, how long has it been since we left the shore?
It's been half an hour.
Oh, so it's still up.
All right, let me reread that real quick to see how it's going to change things.
It's plus 10 to stealth.
Plus and stealth. Okay.
Okay, rolling stealth.
Plus 10. Nice.
Wow.
22.
I'm standing on a deck, right?
God damn, I rolled a 4. Oh my god. Oh wait, I think those are for our good guys. Those are our
Oh yeah,
our guys.
that's plus
Oh
10.
fuck, I got so scared.
Well, you're not out of the water yet.
Ah shit.
Okay,
Who
so
is it?
just to be clear, you all are only sending below deck which characters?
I'm me and these 4 so far. The ambassador, the 2 like obviously Greek armored guards, and the slave, Cassandra.
Why are you going down?
Because
You don't look obviously Athenian, right?
well, yes, but I'm gonna keep them there. I feel like we should have one person below deck with them.
To kill them if they talk out of turn.
Sure. Good luck with that with your
I'm
no
also gonna move
arrows.
my dog so my dog doesn't make too sense. Alright, good luck.
Yeah, I'm summoning my stand, by the way.
Roll stealth for your dog then.
Oh shit.
Hey, how's it going, other Dende?
Ah.
It's been a while.
That's gonna be fucking
Okay, so Dende is talking to Dende on the deck of the ship.
Oh no, we got twins.
Oh, he
Let
rolled
me,
the
let
same
me just
thing.
look something up real quick.
Or
Is that 12?
12 plus 10.
Plus 10? Okay.
So plus 10, 22.
Wait, why can't I see the water?
They're gonna show up and they're gonna just see two Egyptian guys look exactly the same.
Nah,
Yeah,
hey,
that's
that's
not weird at
racist.
all.
That's racist.
It's not even
Well,
racist,
maybe
it's
they're
true.
racist.
That's racist, man.
Okay. All right. So at this point, enough time has gone by for the Peloponnesian ship to make its way up alongside you all, and you see you see a number of people on the deck of the ship. You see roughly 5 or so guards armored similarly to the ones that Orion viciously and mercilessly shot
Wait a
down in the
minute.
woods.
Wait. I feel like that. You
Attacked
did have to put
without
it that way.
provocation. Anyway, you see 5 of those guys, but instead of being armed with spears, which would make sense for if they were on land, these guys are armed with longbows, slings, short swords, things that might be more suited to ship-to-ship
They
combat.
have arrows.
And
Nice.
alongside those 5 guards, you see 5 more heavily armored soldiers. They're not armored in the same way as the Spartans you fought on land, but you can tell that these guys are definitely a cut above the average guard, and they don't carry any spears. You can see that they're carrying longbows of their own and some other swords and whatnot. Now, one of these more heavily armored soldiers, this guy up front, steps forward and says, "What's your business here in Spartan waters?"
Who's on deck with me?
I am up there. So I'm just gonna say, we were here for a meeting. We represented Corinth. We were
I
just heading
begin
back.
speaking in Egyptian as he's talking. I speak in Egyptian to them and say, "Oh, who are you guys? Are
yeah,
you
This is my bodyguard right here. Yeah, we were just
Hi there.
accompanying Corinth ships, and we're just returning in that direction. And who might you be?
Who are us? It should be who are we? Fair enough. Our armor and our sails. He gestured to his own sail, which has the Spartan equivalent to your own sail that clearly marks you all as official representatives of the state.
Oh, what is that seal? That seal looks nice. I don't recognize it.
Ah yes, you must be Peloponnesians. As you can see by my friend who doesn't speak our language, we have been traveling around and we're not too involved in these political matters that we can't really recognize these sails.
Where are you all sailing to?
We're heading to Corinth. Where might you be going to?
We're looking for an Athenian ship that killed that's harboring criminals, killed Spartan soldiers. You wouldn't happen to have seen such a ship sailing by, would you?
If you describe the ship to me, maybe I can let you know if I saw it.
It's about a similar size to your own. It has a sail with the large owl of Athens on it.
Let's go.
Ah,
And
those
Good job.
Athenians. If I see them,
Yes.
I'll gladly shoot them down, but we seem to be running low on arrows. If you can offer some, maybe you can help shoot down their sails for you.
All right. At this point, you're going to have to make a deception check. You've been talking a lot
Show
more.
them what you got.
That's what I do. That's 21.
Plus 11 and you still got. Damn.
No, it's a minimum of 10, so it's 21 minimum.
Well,
Damn.
if you all are interested in trading, very well. We might be willing to sell you all a small amount of arrows You will here stop sailing so that we can grapple your ship and bring them closer together.
Oh, well, we have no need. Here, I'm just
And
gonna.
and at
I'm gonna
that
cast a
point,
mage hand and bring some gold over to there. I'll bring like a 5 gold.
Bitch, yeah,
pieces.
bitch.
all right. Make a. Oh, not yet. No, if you all want to trade with us, you do it our way. Spartans don't trade using magic and trickery. We do it face to face like real men.
You're not Spartan.
Okay. This guy heard that, and he is not too happy about it.
Alright.
What did you say your business was in these waters?
We're just traveling to Corinth.
Oh, really? We'll have to search your ship then, to be certain that
fuck.
those Athenians didn't sneak on board.
What is he saying, sir?
Why would we possibly have Athenians on board?
Because you just insulted Sparta. That's something an Athenian would do.
Should probably mention I'm Egyptian. I say in Egyptian to him.
I thought you were Peloponnesian, not Spartan.
You can tell, once again, based on the sail, that this is an official Spartan ship.
Peloponnesia is like the
It's the
group,
region.
the alliance of nations that Sparta's a part of.
It's the
Oh.
league.
Well, I'm dumb then.
Yes, you
uh,
are. And you're going to have to make another deception check because of it,
Huh.
with disadvantage.
Alright.
Wait, isn't it min 21?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 21.
Hmm.
You still rolled a 20 with that.
No, it's 21.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for you, this guy's luck was just good enough.
I don't see the rules.
He still wants to board your ship, and he says, "Be that as it may, if you all want to sail in Spartan waters, you'll have to abide by Spartan laws."
Hold on. I have a thing. I have a question, Michael. So,
Yes.
if a spell has only a verbal component, can I shout something at them, and will they know I'm casting a spell?
Only a verbal component. It would depend on the spell, I would say.
Okay, I'm gonna try something. I'm going to use Disguise Self to look like the Corinth ambassador. And then I'm gonna leave the other guys and step on board deck. What is going on here? Why are we delayed? Why is the ship stopped?
So-
I s-
Yeah, we have these Spartans who wanted to search our ship.
And
Okay.
reasoning?
Well, we're looking for some Athenians who have killed Spartan soldiers and stolen from them
Athenian.
slaves and other important belongings. You wouldn't happen to know anything about these Athenian thieves and murderers, would you?
Thieves and murder. They're all like this. Are you talking about the ones that were at the meeting? I saw them
Yes,
with my
we
own
are.
eye when we voted to declare war. There was no way they'd be on my ship.
Yeah, listen to our leader.
Make a deception check, Ash.
Oh,
Hold on.
fuck.
I was trying to Bardic inspire that. So yeah.
With disadvantage.
Okay, with disadvantage.
Well, actually,
Does
no.
this guy self-help
Just
at all?
regular. Just regular. My bad. Regular.
Okay.
With the D8,
With
possibly, if you need it.
Did this guy's self-help with that, right? Just making sure. Where is this at? A deception. Here it is. Oh boy. Oh, buddy!
You don't need it.
All right. So I need to make a investigation check.
Oh wait, you mean insight or?
I thought that's what it said.
Oh yeah.
can I whisper and say I can cast command
I don't
by
think they
verbal
understand.
component?
Well, let's see how this goes first.
Let's just see how much they prod.
Well, me something. What exactly do you? If you saw these,
You're cracking up a
Yeah,
bit
your
for me.
mic's a little.
Yeah, I'm
when you saw these Athenians, at the meeting, did they speak to you or anything like that?
They were. No, and I'd start describing the ambassador guy. Describe this guy. There was one that came to deny our gracious offer Sparta gave to Athens, and so we adequately told them off and sent them back to let news of war. To think Athenians would take this chance to murder our own. Barbaric.
They didn't speak directly or anything of the sort.
No, we just spoke with one representative of theirs.
Well, in that case, we'll let you all go. But it does seem a little odd that you've run out of arrows.
Well, we are not a vessel prepared for combat yet. We are preparing for war. That's why I need to get back to Corinth as fast as possible.
Very well.
Yeah.
Men, let's set sail. And then he gestures over to you all. Keep on the lookout for those Athenians.
Of course. We'll send any news. Corinth is right by Athens, so we'll make sure to spy on enemy lines.
At that point, the ship then sails away.
Ah!
Alright, maybe no more buying arrows.
Yeah, it just... Orion, turns back around, sighs heavily, looking like this old guy. I forget what he looked like, but probably an older guy that just, older and weathered, council member. Well, that could have gotten so much worse.
That sure could.
Yes. Next time I could cast command to make them withdraw, but thankfully it didn't have to come to that.
Yes, that will likely be plan C, considering if it fails, then they will more than likely just start combat with us.
Yeah, and I don't think we're ready for combat.
It's okay. Thank you for trying to get arrows, and I dropped the disguise.
Alright, let's just
Just as they come up against, say, oh, another thing.
let's go before we start talking again.
Do you really mean, oh, another thing?
Well, they sailed off, right?
Okay, I'm gonna take that mage hand that I currently have up to cover his mouth.
His mouth is covered.
Which
Now,
mouth, though?
I am going to take this opportunity to point something out to Aristophanes, because you would definitely know this as a College of Eloquence bard, and it's on me for not pointing this out sooner, because I really should have done this last session. So, Greece, when people speak Greek, it's not just, everyone sounds the same, right? There's different dialects. It's sort of like a Boston accent versus a California accent or something like that.
Okay.
So there's the Athenian accent, which is called Ionian, and for the most part, if you're on the coast or on an island or something, odds are people will have that dialect. But if you're in Sparta, people are going to have a different dialect, and generally their allies are going to have a different dialect as well. So I didn't end up punishing you all for that, or punishing is the wrong word. Using that in this particular interaction because you didn't know about it. But if you want to do disguises in the future, you just gotta be careful about that and be sure you're accounting for it, because that can be an easy way to tell. Oh wait, this guy says he's from place X, but he doesn't talk like that at all. So something's up here.
No, Aristophanes might
Okay.
be able to change his dialect, but Orion would not be able to. If they saw through that, I'd be fucked.
Yeah, you're young
Yeah.
enough for your voice to still crack when you do that. If you were to try to do that.
Yeah. Orion basically just tried to make himself sound older. That's it.
In any case, you guys have managed to evade what patrols are in the oceans looking for you right now. And unless you do want to make that detour to Crete's Dunkin' Donuts,
Nope.
you can go
Nope.
back to Athens.
Let's go to Athens.
All right, you have been outvoted before you even got the chance to vote, Kevin.
Wait a minute. I don't think that's how voting works.
It is in this era.
We head back to Athens.
All right.
Yeah.
You are back in the port.
All right.
Let's,
Alright, it was a pleasure having you aboard. You, sir, whose name I still don't remember.
Euphemios.
Euphemios.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you spell that?
And it is. Wait, can you not see it? I have it on the token.
We don't see any of your token names.
I
We only see
copied
the
it
token
down.
pictures.
All right. Well, Kevin wrote it down correctly.
Good shit.
Yes, Euphemios. That is my name. I would hope you would remember it after us traveling together now.
And almost died.
In any
together.
case, I would like to, before we separate, I would like to copy down the writing on that tablet and take it to the assembly. This is something that they should know about. It is such a strange occurrence to see an enchanted item, and given that the fact that the Spartan soldiers were so keen on getting it back means that whatever it is certainly worth noting.
Well, we had the very intention of bringing it to Pericles himself.
Yes, we have other discussions to have with them as well concerning our reward.
That's all well and good, but even so, Pericles is a powerful man, but he is not the assembly itself.
All right,
Orion,
so
what is the name of your pet again? Your companion?
Orthos?
Orthus? Yeah, isn't that another Orthus in the distance there?
all right, so just question: when comprehend languages wore off,
Just
did it
lightning
turn back
bolt.
to normal?
Yeah. So what you saw, because at this point it was a couple days ago, when comprehend languages no longer had an effect, or when it deactivated, you see that the clay tablet once again softens, and then the characters that are on it rearrange themselves back to a different position than they were before.
What the fuck?
All right, and this one I cannot make out any sentences or anything, right?
No, it's still that same script that it was before, but it's not
Yeah.
quite the language that you're familiar with. It's
Okay.
like a different dialect, but on steroids.
Okay. So yeah, I'll let them copy it down, and I'll send my men to get some rest. They deserved it.
So, boss, Carpos says as he walks up towards you, what did Pericles say that we would be getting as a reward?
Why, we're just about to go find out.
I'll be sure to bring some back for the rest of the men. We
of
we
course.
need to make another stop off at the Brazen Bull.
Well, if
And
you're
at
gonna
that-
head that way, you might as well come with us.
Well, at that point, Carpos heads back to the ship and helps the men with the docking and, buying supplies and whatnot that they're going to do before they get drunk.
It's alright, we'll buy some barrels for them and bring them back as a reward.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are heading straight to Pericles' place?
Yeah. I'm guessing we took a long rest.
It was 2 days on the way back, I believe.
Yes.
So
It has been
Yeah.
2
So,
days.
yeah.
You have had 2 long rests.
nice.
Yay.
How do I add more resource boxes, Ash?
There's a plus symbol underneath the resource boxes.
Thank you.
And is there anything out of the ordinary in this dock area? Or what's it called?
The Piraeus.
Yeah, Piraeus.
What do you mean out of the ordinary?
He wants to explore the area.
No, just like if anyone has gotten any news or look suspicious, getting ready for war, spies.
Especially
Hey,
the spies, right?
while we're
Well-
here, I look over at Artie. Can I borrow just a little bit more gold just so I can give them to like buy some barrels of arrows for the ship?
Oh,
Yeah.
you can have some of my friend. Here. I give him 20 gold.
Oh.
Money
Alright.
bags.
Go to Carpos. Wait, let me just make a. Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
go to Carpos and say, Carpos, while you're resupplying the ship, could you buy a couple barrels of and I give him all 20 gold to buy. Total would be 400 arrows then for the ship.
Oh, jeez.
Now,
a little
boss,
bit
are you
boost,
sure
too.
you want 400 arrows?
Yeah, just put them in a barrel and under the deck.
Oh, all right. We'll be sure to bring you back any change.
No. Spend it, all of it. Spend all 20 gold. That's 20 gold. Is these 400 arrows. Just, I need those arrows. Trust me.
Is 20 gold exactly 400 arrows, or is
Yeah.
it have to change?
Each gold is 20 arrows.
Okay. Cool.
And how much did the drinks cost at the Brazen Bull?
Well, we'll see. You were so drunk before you can't remember.
Do I even remember paying for it?
We'll see.
We got a tab.
Hell
You
yeah.
get tab easy.
All right. What is it you were saying though about different or out of the ordinary?
Like
Mink?
just if anything looks like suspicious or anything just like different from the last time we were here.
Make an insight check for that. So you don't see anything in particular that looks out of the ordinary. Things are different, but that's not because of anything unexpected. Because at this point, it's been basically a week since you all left, and people kind of assumed when you left anyways that Sparta would not take Athens as well. So you can definitely see that there's a few more soldiers walking around than before. A lot of the ships in the harbor. Towns.
I didn't catch the last part.
So you see that there's a few more soldiers walking around in town than there were before. You see that some of the ships in the harbor are carrying in people from nearby towns. And it looks like people are moving into the city as if they're going to live there for a while now. Like the people you met on the first day in Athens, it definitely seems like if there's going to be trouble with Sparta, some of the people from the countryside are probably going to wait it out in Athens itself, and that seems to be what's going on right now. It's just more people who are looking for a place to stay when things get rough.
The evacuating, huh?
Well, not on a large scale, just more like a few people here and there, and you can see, the soldiers getting ready for a fight. But it's nothing large scale yet because you are the ones who will be carrying the news of Sparta's reaction.
Yeah, speaking of which, let's go.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Aristophanes, actually had a question. Is
What's
there
up?
anything to do around this port in particular? As a native Athenian, perhaps you know of some activities.
This part in particular, huh?
Yes.
Well, we got fishing.
Yes. Aristophanes, you would know that there is fishing that can be done here. Although it's not great fishing because this is the harbor where all the ships sail. So, you're not going to see many fish just swimming around in the middle of a busy harbor. You would know that as the part of town where all the sailors and merchants spend their time, if you want to buy something, you can buy it here. If you want to gamble all your money away, you can do it here. And if you're interested in the seedier parts of town where, less reputable businesses are, this would be a good place to start looking.
All right. I'll just tell him that stuff then.
Interesting. City parts, huh? Aristophanes, I didn't know you delved into that.
Well, I am skilled in many things.
Well, let's go tell Pericles, shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. You all head back to the city itself.
Hell yeah.
All right. I think this place is over here.
Cassandra is still with you all, just to be clear.
Yes.
She's just
Yeah.
sort of been walking around with you all.
Yeah, we're letting her tour the sites. Get a look
What
around.
are we
Yeah.
doing with this? The bunch.
She's my employee now.
Ah, yes. You, how could I forget? All right.
All right. Knock knock, Pericles.
The door to his house opens up. You see the same servant as before. open up the door, and he recognizes you all and says, "Ah, yes, you all have just returned from Sparta. I've been told that Euphemios has gone to address the assembly. Pericles will be back very soon to speak with you all once he returns from there. Please let me get you all some refreshments if you would like to stay and wait for him here.
How long is he gonna be?
Not long. He should be back any minute now."
All right, we
All right.
definitely deserve a little bit of a rest.
Yeah. And what's your name again?
My name?
Yeah.
Eucrates?
No. Eucrates is the blacksmith now. No, my name is Agenor.
All right. Agenor. It's nice to see you again, Agenor.
Yes, nice to see you all too. And who is? All right, and so at this point, Cassandra says to you, "Is this your house? I didn't realize you were such a wealthy individual."
No,
no. This
It-
is this is the house of Pericles, one of the leaders of Athens. Mine is a little down that way.
Yeah, it's much worse.
Well, I'm sure it's better than the home I had when I was still a slave. In any case, it seems like you have official business to attend to with your employer. Perhaps you would like for me to just wait at your home?
Well, you don't know the way there, do you? Stay with me.
Well, okay. Well, at this point, Pericles returns home from the assembly, and he says, "Ah, yes, I've already spoken to Euphemios about your trip. He's filled me in on some of the more exciting details, but I'd like to hear what you all have to say about it."
Yeah, so as you probably expected, we got a big fat no for our answers, and we're at war now. And on our way back, we did come across this stone tablet, or this clay tablet, which I'm sure you were filled in by Euphemios already.
Yes, he told me it's quite peculiar. I looked over the note that he had transcribed, but it didn't make much sense to me. I did, however, recognize that the script that at least was there when he copied the note seems to be it seems to be Akkadian in nature. It's an older version of the Babylonian that I'm told you're familiar with, Aristophanes.
Yes. So Akkadian, you say?
Yes. Well, it's on my mind. Agenor. He snaps his fingers. Bring them their reward from the job well done that they've had.
Nice.
And Agenor brings each of you a sack of 500 gold pieces. And after Agenor gives you the gold, Pericles says, "Well, as it just so happens, I think that there might be someone in town who would be able to make sense of this Akkadian cipher. But it certainly won't be easy to get him to help you. You see,
Sorry,
Why is that?
I've been told I'm quite convincing.
yes. Well, not convincing enough to stop the Spartans from going to war with us, but perhaps you'll be convincing enough to help to get this man to help us."
Hey, in Aristophanes' defense, that was Euphemios' job.
Yeah, and he failed spectacularly.
He was only there to deliver Athens's refusal. In any case, this man who I have in mind is an ambassador from one of the one of the regional Persian satrapies. He is a man named Metzias. He has traveled to Athens recently to renegotiate a trade deal between his governor and Athens.
Who's his governor?
No one else in the city would have a better chance at deciphering this cipher than he would.
Alright, and where might this Metzias be?
Well, he's staying with Cleon over near the Agora. Cleon is the one that he's negotiating with, since it is Cleon's trade goods that he is most interested in on this trip.
Who is his governor?
His governor rules in Sardis, which you all would know is a major city just inland on the coast of Turkey. And his governor's name is Cyrus. So the ambassador,
Cyrus the Great.
no, Cyrus the Great has been dead for a while. But let me just spell out this guy's name in the chat.
So many names.
Well, you're in a, you know, you're on Earth. There's a lot of people with names.
I spelled all of them wrong. Okay.
Yes, Pericles says to you all, Messias might be willing to help you all, but I can't say for certain. After all, Persia has never been on great terms with Athens. Even so, he is the one who you all should check with first. If you can decipher this tablet, I would be willing to pay you all quite handsomely to see what it says.
So how would you...
Perhaps
describe-
750 gold pieces per person?
Damn!
So you pay us more to get this deciphered than to risk our lives to deliver your message?
I don't think you appreciate just how rare enchanted items such as this are. Something that changed its very shape when it felt the presence of magic is indeed something that's worth studying. And for it to be so jealously guarded by our foes makes it something that Athens must know the nature of.
Well, speaking of which, if you would like to have a copy of the text when it's in contact with magic, perhaps I can do that favor for you if you sweeten the deal a little bit.
Sweeten the deal? Well, did you understand this text when it changed its shape?
Yes, I did actually.
Well, what did it say?
Well, that's up to you. Do you want to find out now?
Well, if it contains useful information, I'm sure Euphemios would have told me about it, so I think I will pass.
Got it.
Alright. Well, if you ever change your mind, you know where I live.
Yes, by the Gate of Tombs, if I recall correctly. Or the
Yeah.
Street of Tombs, I should say.
Yep, that's the place.
I feel like in great ancient Greek slang, he just said, "Yeah, you live in the slums, don't you?"
Yes, he did. Alright, let's get out of here then. I'm sure we've got other things to do.
We should resettle in.
All right, so 750 gold is the price, and you guys are gonna have to go and talk to Metzias, who is staying with Cleon.
What time is it right now?
It's been a pretty busy day for you all. You started out sailing. Your crew rode pretty hard to get into town as soon as possible to deliver news of the war. So at this point, it's sunset, pretty much. It's near the end of the day.
How about we just head back to my place for a night, and top of the morning we'll go find this Metzias.
Okay.
Fine by
Unless
me.
you...
I said fine by me.
All right. Unless you all have anything in particular you want to do while you're resting, I'm just going to say you take a long rest at Ming's house.
I buy some arrows.
Well, you
how-
already paid
how
them.
Well, I buy some
How
arrows
many
for
arrows
myself.
do you buy?
I just buy.
How many arrows do you buy?
I fill up my quiver again,
Which is how many?
which is 1 gold worth of 20 arrows.
All right.
Alright, well, while he's doing that, I'm just gonna show Cassandra around the place and tell her like where things are in case she needs to run errands.
Are we checking
Okay.
our items?
It's only been a week.
Oh, how
What?
long is it?
2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Oh, also, I want to see if the blacksmith guy can make something of a better armor to half plate, perhaps.
That is a problem for another day, as it is sunset. So
That's fine.
that's a tomorrow thing. All right, so you show Cassandra around. She is now going to be residing at your house, unless you guys want to do other stuff with her.
You got a maid.
Yeah.
Yes,
How much
and
do
she-
people get paid around here?
Wait, Wait,
Currency conversions are kind of hard to do across 2,000 years, but we will say she would get paid a silver a day.
what if we
Word.
trained her to fight with us?
Why?
No.
Why not?
Let's not
So-
put her back into combat.
So you can have a third stand or a second stand.
Yes. No, a third one.
Where's your second?
I'm my own stand, and then my stand is my second stand.
Right, so you're losing 1 intelligence point for that stupid idea.
Yeah.
We could
Not
show her
enough
the ropes though. Okay.
Okay, so you guys are taking a long rest then.
Yes, I'm also
And-
going to look at ourselves. I guess your place is a bit of a mess, and since she's going to be in charge of cleaning it, I pass Cassandra like 25 gold.
Damn, man, where are you getting all this money?
We just got money.
It's almost like we just got paid.
Yeah.
All right. She is now in your house. And
Still
I'm going to
have
say,
beds.
yeah, I was going to do that today, but then the session got moved to today. So beds are a next week thing. That can be Cassandra's
Oh.
first task, is to buy you some bed.
Yeah, that's why I'm giving her gold to get some actual stuff for this house.
Actual furniture, huh?
All right. Well, thank you for this large amount of money, Master. I'll be sure to buy you the finest embroidered clothes that I can find in the city.
I look at Aristophanes. Did you tell her to call you master?
No, but I don't mind.
Yeah, you're not a slave anymore. You don't gotta do that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's a force of habit. I'm so used to being beaten when I don't call my master.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Let's change that.
Yeah, you can call us by our names.
All right. Thank you, Orthus and Aristophanes.
Because I feel bad about the comment. I give her 25 more gold.
What this?
Here, this
Well,
is for
she was referring to the dog.
yeah.
Oh.
This is for you specifically to get yourself some actual clothes, not for the house and like your actual own stuff.
Okay. I'm pretty certain that's enough money to like double the size of Ming's shack. But okay.
Wow. My place sucks. Can I find a bigger house?
I wasn't gonna originally make it suck, but then Ash like peed on the roof and had his dog crap on it, so
Yeah, it's still there.
yeah, it is still there because no one cleaned it off.
Yeah, that I also feel bad about that because she's probably gonna have to clean that.
He is gonna have to clean that up.
I'm sure
All
Rain
right.
will wash it away.
I'll have to look into if roofs were slanted back then. All right, it's a new day now. So what are you guys gonna do? Go see Matthias, or go, do your armor errand stuff, or something else.
Oh, we can go see Matthias first.
I'm going outside. I have to take another piss, but this time I feel bad about pissing out the window because there's someone living there. So I go over by
Yeah,
the
there's a
statue.
sewer grate right there.
Yeah, like I pointed out the sword to him, but I guess
I
it's
didn't
already
see it.
pissed
I
on
went
the
out this
statue.
way. And I'm pissing on the statue, and as I'm doing it, I'm gonna look at the statue, see what it's about.
Okay. You're lucky because you're in a shadier part of town, or
Hell
I
yeah.
shouldn't say shadier part of town. You're in a less well-kept part of town. There's no temples nearby, or at least there's no temples just like in the middle of the street or anything like that. So it's not a statue of a god. Unfortunately for you, it's the statue of a well-known and well-liked Athenian politician
Okay.
by the name of Aristides the Just. He was so well liked that people didn't just refer to him by his name; they always included the Just afterwards.
Just
And-
pissed on.
After
thing
the
I don't know what that
shenanigans,
is.
Fucked up.
after the shenanigans of last week, where it was either you or Dende who was knocking on people's doors and going into their homes unannounced, and now you're peeing on the statue of a well-liked politician. Their neighbors are shooting you death stares right now.
Orion has no clue who this politician is, so it's like, oh, it's just a random statue. Hey, you're supposed to, like, in nature, you piss near trees that you like. So this is a good thing for Orion.
Yeah, I walked away from it.
He finishes up his business and just, like, waves, not realizing they're pissed at him, and then wanders back in.
They continue to stare.
So, what's plans for today?
So if you're done with your business, well,
For now.
Cassandra, you can go look for some furniture, and Orion, let's go find that Matthias.
All right. Cassandra walks upstairs, shouts, "Ah!" as she sees the mess that's on the roof. But at that point, you all have walked away.
Look, it's dog poop. Okay, that's not terrible.
It's a week-old dog poop that's been
you're
left out in the sun.
That is true.
Yeah.
At least it's dried. It would be worse if it was wet. Oh, unless it rained.
Oh, you're too
Spam.
far away to figure that out now.
She.
All right. Are you guys headed to the market?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
To the market you go.
oh, not the market, the other place. The for Matthias.
Oh, you're not doing the blacksmith first?
I can do it later. Or
Well, we're on the map
it,
here.
it won't
so
take
just
too
do
long.
it.
Yeah. All right, I'll go to blacksmith. Wait, who's charged? All right.
He's the blacksmith.
I didn't realize they had a name. I teleport over there.
Well, I gave the apothecary and the Fletcher names, but I forgot to give the blacksmith. So,
All right. So, coming back. Hey, we're back.
you lot. I've heard that you all have been quite busy in the past week. Yes,
Yeah.
delivering official news to Sparta. And I even heard that you all gave it to some of their soldiers. He says as he starts laughing and hits his hammer against the anvil, as if to imply that you all got into quite a fight.
And, just making sure you'll have plenty of business in the upcoming war.
This
Yes,
money
you've
doesn't
been-
come
you-
from nowhere.
You all have been a great advertisement for me. I've been able to say that my wares are being used by the official ambassadors of the city. Tell me, what can I make for you all today?
I'm looking for a little more business from you. Are you capable of making a half plate that is one of the finest and better than this old thing I'm wearing?
What are you wearing, Ming?
A half plate. I wanna see if we can make a +1 or something.
Well, I certainly have the skills to do it, but unfortunately, due to the war that's just been declared, all of the best materials are being kept by the city for official use in the state military.
Well, this
If
is
you
official.
want something better than what you're wearing, you'll have to bring me the materials yourself. Unfortunately, I don't know where they come from. I buy them from Cleon. He's the one who actually controls the shipping for the rare goods that you'd be interested in. If you speak to him, you might be able to purchase some material from him, but I can't say for certain.
Alright. And would you be able to make a shield with materials as well from Cleon?
Yes, I don't see why not. So long as you
Okay.
get enough of it, then it shouldn't be an issue.
Alright. I'm just gonna assume he tells me what the materials are. Or
Yes,
what the-
he describes to you for the half plate and for the shield, since it's still similar-ish metal type of armor. It's the same material, and he says it's a special type of iron ore that comes from the mountains in the north of Greece. And the region he describes to you is nearby the colony of, well, not the colony, the city of Potidea, which you all would recognize is one of the towns that the Spartans were demanding that the Athenians vacate and no longer ally themselves with.
Alright. It's not that sad. Just once I get the materials, I'll be back for more business.
All right, that sounds wonderful. Take care of yourselves, friends.
We sure will. Anything you guys need to do or buy?
He said it would be 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, for our stuff.
Okay. Cool.
Dang, got too much money. Nowhere to go.
Well, not yet. We should.
Well, there's stuff you can spend your money on if you want to.
You could upgrade your house. You could.
Oh yeah,
Who needs a good house?
how much does a good house cost?
So it depends on what you want to do. If you want to upgrade your current house, I'm going to say that would cost you 200 gold to fully furnish, clean everything up, make it a sturdy, proper-looking house, and it would take 3 months of time. If you want to buy a new house in a better part of town, that would cost you no less than 1,000 gold and would take 4 months of time of looking around to try to find a place and buy it.
How much would it cost to price out our neighbors?
One house for each of us?
Yep.
Economic theory has not advanced that much in ancient Greece.
Yeah.
And so you would have to pass 10 consecutive straight 20 intelligence checks.
damn.
Damn.
Let's start rolling.
All right, let's go.
Alright, who is next on the list to visit?
Well, actually,
Missed this, right?
can we see what's in the center of this market?
Yes, you can. So as you walk up to it, you see it is a large fountain with a pool surrounding it, and the centerpiece of this fountain is 2 statues that I will now show to you. Yes, you will just have to imagine the water around it.
There's appears to be a shield stuck in one of the statues. I wonder what
There's a
happened.
what?
Wait,
A shield.
I
There
can't show
is-
that on Twitch.
Not a Oh, you can't show that on Twitch? Oh, my bad.
No, it's probably fine because it's art.
So I'm gonna tell Orion,
Yes.
despite what you see, you cannot pee around this area.
What are you talking about? Of course I wouldn't be in the water.
Or at
And,
the
he
He
statue.
doesn't mean the water.
And Aristophanes, you would recognize these 2 statues to be the statues of 2 very, very famous people in Athens, called Harmodius and Aristogeiton. Now, these 2 people are famous in Athens for killing the last tyrant of Athens. They were 2 lovers who essentially got into a love triangle with this tyrant of the city, and things went south, and so it basically turned into one of those bad Japanese animes where the school kids all kill each other or whatever it's called. School
Okay.
Days, that's the one.
Oh no.
What? I don't recognize that reference. Can you instead reference a classical play?
No such classical play exists. Well, actually, I guess it would be
Sure.
like the Trojan War, the Iliad, except instead of there being the Trojan War, it's just these 3 guys going at it and trying to kill each other, with Harmodius and Aristogeiton coming out on top. But the lovers' quarrel aside, their deed is what spurred on the creation of Athens' democracy, which is something that the Athenians are very proud of. And so Harmodius and Aristogeiton are two very well-regarded figures in the city. And you can see in their hands, in their outstretched hands, they're each holding a long, thin dagger. And you would know, Aristophanes, as a resident of Athens, that these are the very daggers that they used to kill the last tyrant of Athens. And these are these weapons are sacred treasures of the city,
Wait, like the real daggers are right there.
are real daggers
Okay.
In the statue's hands?
in the statue's hand.
Alright. Can I find something similar to a bank where I can exchange currency that way less?
Banks do not exist. At
Alright.
least I don't
Wow.
think they do.
Who or which of these shops might possibly have like platinum pieces that I could trade these gold pieces for?
Probably the richest shop around. You could ask around. See if
Carry
you could
those for you. Frank?
Yes, you could try to find someone who would carry them for you.
Yeah, I don't think so.
If you wanted to, you could go to a temple. Temples often receive monetary gifts from the followers of the god of the temple. They might be willing to exchange some currency with you. You could go to any of the shops that might have platinum pieces, and they would be willing to exchange currency with you. But
I'm going back to the blacksmith.
There's no dedicated institution for it.
Alright, heading back up.
It would be not too much difficulty for me to carry those for you, friend.
Yeah, that's okay. Hey, we're back. So-
Back so soon. Is there something you'd like to purchase?
Well, I will want to purchase something, but for now, I was seeing if you had perhaps platinum pieces that I can trade gold pieces for.
How much platinum pieces do you want?
Maybe a little over 60, maybe 61, 62.
Ooh, I don't keep such large amounts of money with me at any one time. The best I could do is maybe give you 5 platinum pieces and exchange that for an equivalent amount of gold. But
Very well.
I'll tell you what, you are here and you do have such a heavy burden. I've been told that you and your friends command your own ship. Perhaps
We
it would
do.
be best for you to outfit your men so that in the coming battles with Sparta, they will be as well protected as you are.
Yeah, they'll be fine. We can protect them.
Oh, well. Well, it depends on what you have in mind. Are we talking light armor, something like what your friend over here, and he gestures to Aristophanes, what he's wearing? Or would you like something like what the city's hoplites wear? Very well. You all sail a pentaconter, is that correct?
We do.
It would cost you all 255 gold pieces to have leather armor for all of them. And if you would like shields for them as well, that would be another 510 gold pieces.
This is for how many of them? 50?
That's for 51, counting your first mate.
Oh, he's not one of them. Okay. Well, we'll certainly be back if we need it.
Yes,
Okay.
we'll take it over probably.
Just remember, you can't put a price on your friend's safety.
Yep. So, Cleon.
Yes. Mezasis? Is that who we're heading to?
Metzias.
Matthias.
Matthias.
It's as it is.
Do you know where this Matthias resides, Aristophanes?
Yeah, it should be near the Agora with Cleon, which I'm sure I know from somewhere, right?
Well, you know the Agora because you're in the Agora right now. Cleon's house, though, you aren't super familiar with. You've never been there before. It is a private residence. You could ask around.
Well-
He is known to be a merchant, and you are where the merchants are, so one of them's got to know.
Well, this guy literally told us that Cleon was the source of his material, so hey, you know where Cleon might be found?
Yes, I do. You can find him. He gestures over to this place at the bottom of the map.
Alright. Thanks again. Let's check it out.
Sensei flexing the whole time as he walks.
He's got cramp by now.
Hey,
Damn, that's dedication.
Alright.
You see as you walk across the Agora from the north side to the south side, just this, scantily clad Egyptian guy walking around, flexing at everyone.
I'm
who
not
will look at him.
scantily clad. I just have cloth.
He is not clad.
Well, he's not clad in any armor, so he's really making an effort to have his muscles be seen. And you get not angry stares, but you do get people who are just very confused. And the parents who are with their children whisper to their children, just ignore the strange man as you walk by them. And it's
What a
like a
strange
confused it's like a confused version of the reaction Orion got as he was being on the statue of Aristides just this morning.
Alright, well, knock on the door.
Knock on door. Door is open. And a man with appearance I did not have time to prepare today. So we will just say that he is this guy. He looks like this.
Oh, we know.
Wait a minute. Euphemios? Is that you?
Oh no, you must be mistaken. Euphemios and I certainly look alike, but my name is Cleon. What can I do for you all?
Hey, Creon. So, we heard that you were meeting with Cern Metzeus. Does he happen to be present right now?
Yes, Metzias is a guest at my home. But what business do you all have with him? And why do you know that he's staying here?
We just heard from Pericles that he might be able to decipher a cipher for us, and he was the only one available at the moment, so if we can meet him, perhaps we can have a little conversation.
Cipher? Pericles? You all must be the ones that he hired to guard Euphemios on his trip to Sparta.
Yeah, we are. That's how we saw that you were very similar looking to him.
Yes. Well, in any case, I suppose you can speak with Metzias, although I don't know what good it would do you. Come, follow me. And he leads you into his house now. And eventually he leads you to one of his guest rooms. And he knocks on the door and says, Metzias, I have some interesting guests that I think you might like to meet. And he opens up the door, and you come face to face with a man whose character sheet I do have prepared today.
Alright, let's see
Or
him.
do I not?
He doesn't exist either.
I definitely made something for him. Where's it at?
Maybe he's the triplet of Euphemios.
No, it's here. I hope he isn't the triplet of Euphemius, because I definitely made a character sheet for him. Hmm. All right. Well, for now, he is the triplet of Euphemios.
All right.
Nice.
So, hi, you must be Matzeus.
Yes, I
Hi.
am. Who are you
Hi.
all?
I'm Aristophanes, and these are my two, well, more than two companions.
Yo.
I
We
tell if he has an accent.
Yes. This guy, his accent is super thick. He doesn't speak Greek. Well, I mean, he does speak Greek, but he doesn't speak Greek with any dialect you all have heard of before. It's more of like what you would expect to hear. Someone who wasn't a native speaker of the language try and learn it, and then what they would sound like. Aha! There's his character token.
Oh.
Nice.
They are the same.
Goodbye.
She ran away.
Yes.
You're quite large, sir. Wait, what happened to my other Dende? No!
He died.
That was the other Euphemios who died, right?
Yeah, you have more than days now. You have 3.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I only see 2. You just deleted both Dendes.
Good shit.
Nice.
Can't copy it if it's not there to begin with. In any case.
So we hear that you're capable of deciphering Akkadian. Is that true?
What does he have in mind? What do you
Well,
want me to decipher for you?
We have this special tablets that perhaps could contain some pertinent information. If you could perhaps take a look over and decipher for us, it would be very helpful.
And perhaps we could
that-
return this favor with the favor that you require.
Much as
Yes,
else just pay you.
I doubt you all are wealthy enough to pay me with any kind of to have enough money, have the amount of money my while
Well,
to decipher a tablet for you. But you have piqued my interest since you all have made quite a name for yourselves on your recent trip to Sparta. Why, you young man, says he gestures to you, Orion. I've been told that you fight with a vicious nature that has not been seen even in my own homeland. To strike down so many warriors so quickly and so mercilessly is a rare thing.
well, we were in a bit of enemy territory, so I did what had to be done. And he's
I
just
suppose.
cuddling his little pet dog, looking very much not ferocious.
I see Orion is known as a savage killer. There must be a bounty on his head then.
Well, you would have to take that up with the Spartans. What is this tablet that you wish for me to decipher? Might I see it?
Take it up.
Bam!
Metzias takes a look at it. That's odd. He mumbles something to himself, and his eyes start to glow for a moment. But as his eyes start to glow, the tablet softens, and its characters rearrange themselves once again into the now familiar message that you saw before.
Ah, yes, this trick.
Yes,
Yeah.
this trick.
That one.
Oh my. Well, I'm guessing that this is not the message you're interested in seeing, he says as he holds the tablet back towards you.
Yeah, we've seen this message.
This is quite strange. I haven't seen something like this before in a long time. I would be willing to help you all, but not for any paltry sum that like what your friend suggested. No, I do have a
I
task
suggested
in
no
mind.
price.
What might that be?
Well, you see, my host Cleon and I have been discussing some business as of late, And we have almost come to an agreement that would be favorable towards both parties. But this war that has just popped up has made Cleon's business less predictable than it otherwise would be peace times. So if you could help him secure some trade goods that are of particular importance to my employer, then I would be willing to decipher this tablet for you all.
Name these goods.
Well, you see, there is a particular type of wood that grows on an island south of Greece.
I told you we should have went to Crete.
Yes, it is. I've been told that its properties are most peculiar, and that it is especially prized for its ability to form the finest bows in all the Mediterranean. My employer is something of an archer himself, and would be very interested in getting a supply of this wood for his own use. Unfortunately, as Cleon can tell you in more detail, I'm sure, shipments from that island have been inconsistent lately.
All right, that is a reasonable request. Cleon, do you have any more specifics to add so that we might find this more simply or be able to get more of it for you?
My associates on this island, which, by the way, is Crete, would be able to better inform you of the situation than I can. But suffice it to say that the local, what the fuck is that? Is that a pentagram? What was that?
Soon enough.
Or
All right. The local loggers have been totally unwilling to go and collect the wood as of late, and what wood they have gone out to collect has been of worse quality than normal. You'll have to investigate why that is, and convince them to get back out there and collect the products that I've hired them to.
All right,
My
and
business
where are
with
these?
Matthias will be concluded.
And where are these loggers that you've been dealing with?
Well, they're based out of the city of Knossos on the northern coast of Crete.
Oh, so they're right there. All right.
Yes, that is a town that is on the map, I believe. Yes, it is.
And while we're on this journey, there's also something that I heard you were in charge of. A special type of iron ore that could make shields and half-plates.
Ah, you've been talking to my blacksmith friend, Charis, have you not?
Sorry, I didn't hear any of that.
All right, out of game. What's going on with my mic? Like, what can you guys hear and not
It
hear?
fluctuates.
Yeah, it's like every now and then it goes like robot.
Let me try something real quick then.
it's not too bad. So long as you repeat yourself, it should be fine.
What about now? Is it any better?
It's good.
Yeah,
I don't know
it
if it'll go
fluctuates.
back,
We
yeah.
don't realize until it happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in any case, yes, this ore is mined near Potidea. But unfortunately, due to the political climate that has been surrounding the city recently, my shipments have not been coming from Potidea either. Now, if you would be willing to go and resolve the problems that are in that city, we could talk about that. But at the moment, my business with Matthias is much more pressing. And if you're going to help me with something, I would strongly prefer it to be that.
Not a
Alright.
bad deal at all, considering we had plans to go there. You know of the Fletcher, Eumenes?
Eumenes.
Yes.
Ah,
work
yes.
with him?
Of course I know Eumenes. He is my employee.
Oh, good. He actually brought up getting some of this wood himself, as I would like a bow made from such fine wood.
Well, if you straighten out those fool carpenters of mine, then I'm sure that you'll have no problem getting all the wood you need for bows of your own.
Perfect. Sounds
Yeah,
like
we
we're
can
in
do that.
accord.
Wouldn't you just like that? A good bow.
Yes, I would.
Cleon and Matthias now look at the man who has been silent up until now, but who has been flexing and flailing around in the corner. And
Shuffled himself.
they exchange glances at each other and say,
You notice Orthus is sitting on top of them.
Yeah, I just
and
plopped him.
they turn to Aristophanes and Orion now, and Cleon asks, "Tell me, is this friend of yours? Will he be traveling with you all?"
Yes.
Of course, why
Yeah,
wouldn't I be?
Don't mind him.
He's a
not
foreigner,
from
so
around
he's
here.
just not used to the ways of Greece.
You hear Matthias mumble to himself, "Well, I never use that as an excuse."
I'm not using it as an excuse. They're just saying that.
Yeah, so we're
Not
using
everyone
this
can be
excuse
as
for you.
brilliant as you.
All right. Cleon is now off-put by all of these strange antics going on. So he says, perhaps it would be best if you all sail to Crete soon before the war effort gets underway and the waters are no longer quite as safe for you.
Sounds
I
like a
have
good
one
idea.
question.
Sounds good to me.
Do you know anything about the local governors of Crete? Or
The governors of Crete?
the
What do you mean?
governance?
The governance
Would,
of Crete.
would we be welcomed with open arms, or would they see us as hostile?
Well, the Cretans have always made a point to stay neutral in whatever conflicts arise outside of their island, but they too are Greeks, much as you and I. So I don't think that you would be attacked on sight, if that's what you're wondering.
Are Spartans not also Greek?
Oh, they are Greek as well, but the Spartans side with the Peloponnesians and work to advance their own interests at the expense of others, just as they say that the Athenians do. But the Cretans only cooperate with each other, but make it a point to not try to undermine the affairs of others or anything like that. So they are well liked and tolerated in all parts of Greece. So long as you don't cause trouble for them, I don't think that they will cause trouble for you.
How do you know about a minotaur in Crete?
I'm sorry, Kevin, you just went robot.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a minotaur in Crete?
At this point, Cleon starts laughing and says, "Oh, haven't you all told your friend what city he's in?" And Aristophanes, you would know, and Orion, you would probably know as well, that Athens is one of the favorite myths of the city of Athens is the story of Theseus. He is a man from Athens who is famous for being sent off to Crete to essentially be sacrificed to a minotaur. He was dropped in a labyrinth, but managed to keep track of his location and defeat the minotaur that was there with the help of the local princess. And he eventually came back to Athens, left the princess in the middle of an ocean,
Yep.
of an island in the ocean, and he became king of Athens. So, Cleon's laughing at Dende because this is such a silly thing to ask. Of course, everyone in Athens knows about the Minotaur because everyone in Athens knows about Theseus. And anyways, he says to Dende, "Of course I know about the Minotaur, but what does that have to do with any of this?"
Well, I was just wondering if there would be more minotaurs, since I would be more than willing to see how strong one is, since I'd be willing to test out my capabilities with such a beast.
Well, I heard from Euphemios that you were quite the capable fighter as well. But even though your blows seem to be quite fast and strong, I don't think that they're capable of defeating a Minotaur. It was,
that is-
after all, the creation of Zeus himself.
Wasn't it a
So
curse of
are you
Hera?
saying?
Out of
Go
character.
ahead.
You might be right. Either way, it is the creation of the gods.
Yeah, forget this Minotaur business. How about we just get on and...
We'll see. Perhaps if there's a runaway bull, you can take it down, Dende.
I don't kill animals for no reason, Orion.
Well, yes, I meant runaway as in something like the Minotaur.
Very well.
Alright.
To Crete it is.
Let's go.
Oh, wait, before I go.
Oh, actually, we were both wrong. It's just a creation of bestiality.
Oh.
Okay.
Damn. Well, but
So,
wasn't the
he-
mother cursed to fall in love with the bull by someone?
Poseidon. So
So
we
what
were
you're
still both wrong.
Yes.
So what you're saying is people in Crete are Cretans.
Okay.
You
Cleon,
girl.
as I talked to Eumenes about this deal already, perhaps if we get this wood back, we can have a deal for a bow to be created for myself. How much would you say that goes for?
Oh, well, if you take care of this business for me, I would be willing to gift you one bow. But you would have to ensure the safe shipment and supply of the wood going forward, or else then I would have to charge you in order to ensure that my business is not too disrupted.
Oh, you would have to charge us, you say.
Well, we'll definitely look into things. I can assure you. We'll take care of whatever stands in our way there.
Stands.
One more question. I understand your employee Eumenes also deals with certain arrows of higher grade.
Yes, he does.
If this
What would you like to know about them?
business went through, could we perhaps make a partnership? A dealing where I could purchase these arrows from you at a good cost?
What sort of cost did you have in mind?
Well, what's your rate at the moment?
I believe I mentioned that when you spoke to
You
Eumenes.
did, I forgot.
Let me pull up my notes from that session and see what the cost was real quick.
Alright.
Alright. Intelligence check.
Yeah, you can make an intelligence check, Ash.
Okay.
See if you remember this.
A history check, you mean?
That's intelligence,
Intelligence save.
Ooh.
Doesn't save. It wouldn't change the roll.
I didn't write it down. So instead, we are just gonna call it. Yeah, one gold piece an arrow.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Wow. That is such a high price. Are you,
Do you
are
have-
you certain you are...
Do you have inventory
you-
at the moment, or no?
I've already sold all of my inventory to the generals of Athens for use by their own warriors.
And how long would it take to get more inventory?
As long as it takes for you to get this wood from Crete.
Ah.
It is made from the same material as the
Oh,
bows.
I see. I understand. Thank you very much. We'll get it done right away. Da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da.
So you're not interested in pursuing a special partner?
As he says, as we walk out the door.
Oh, but we'll take care of the business first, and probably by a show of our skill, you'll take more heed of this partnership.
Cleon sort of chuckles as we all walk out the door. Well, all right, if you want to stop negotiations now, have
I'm-
a good day and safe travels.
Yes.
Slam. Door is now shut.
I know Aristophanes.
Tell me, Orion, is one gold piece an arrow expensive?
Yeah, 'cause-
normally,
oh,
but
He bought, what was it, 20 gold pieces? Or 20 arrows with one gold piece
Yeah.
before?
Yeah, but this is like special arrows.
Yes.
it's
I
still
think this is a
but-
cheap price for it though.
It is.
You
It does sound pretty cheap.
You did blow through 20 arrows like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now we have 400.
Well, he has
Yes, but
400
these special
crab
arrows.
arrows. Well,
Well,
you might have.
420 actually. 420 crap arrows.
420.
We'll see how many crap arrows you actually have.
Well, where would you store the? Are you going to carry both types of arrows? Where would you store them?
Well, I would get another quiver for that, but for now, hey, Eumenes.
Are you at Eumenes' shop?
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah.
looked.
We're there.
Ah, good morning, gentlemen. I see you all have returned from Sparta.
Yes. I just wanted to. You said you had some arrows stored away. Did people already buy those? Just checking in.
Yes, after news reached the city of your of the declaration of war from Sparta, and particularly of your own ferocious skills in battle.
Oh my god. Okay, thank you.
Aren't we the news? Shouldn't we be like the forefront?
You're out of arrows.
Shouldn't we be
wait.
the forefront?
But well, goodbye. I have business to discuss. All right, you guys are leaving. And
Yeah, we
going
already
where?
talked to his boss. I was just stopping by him just to see, just in case. But he's got nothing.
Oh well, if that's what you think. All right, where are you going to?
Do you want to supply up the ship at all before we leave?
Can we like armor up the boat to make it more sturdy?
You should probably go back and.
Yeah, like protect it.
Actually, you can either talk. I'll give you a choice. You can talk to Chares, or you can go to the Piraeus and try to find a dockyard there. If the people there would be work on your boat for you.
I'm gonna let Aristophanes do that. I'm gonna take Dende, take him to the Brazen Bull. Alright, Dende, we're gonna buy a bunch of barrels for the crew as well as us for when we're at sea, so we at least have something to drink.
Okay.
Yes. It does seem
So-
pertinent to armor the ship though, because against arrows from invaders, it might prove pertinent. Otherwise, being defenseless might leave you quivering.
I just
Alright.
stare at him, like audible.
Make a
squint.
charisma check.
A
Not one, please.
if I get a nat one, are people just kind of gonna come over and beat me up?
All right. At this point, you're still walking through the streets. You've still been flexing the whole time, and then the people who are walking by you have at this point begun to recognize this strange man keeps walking around and trying to flex in people's faces. And now, on top of that, he has the nerve to start making these awful puns right as the war has started. And now one woman spits at you as you walk by.
Oh, I dodge it.
Well, she didn't spit at you. It's more just like in your direction, spitting at you
Oh.
as an insult.
Huh? Is that supposed to be an insult? It seems to be a waste of just
It's
I don't know.
pretty insulting from around here, I would assume.
You would
Insult.
assume. Oh, right, you are not from around here either.
Yeah, I'm not with you guys now. I'm gonna go talk to Charis, I think, to see if we can get the boat armored up a little bit.
Oh, that you want to talk to him? Okay.
Yeah, because Piraeus is so far away. I don't want to go all the way down and then come back up.
Okay.
Ta-da!
Okay.
Hey, we've been seeing
So
each other a
we're
lot lately.
Yes, perhaps we should just take some time to settle all of our business at once.
Yeah, it's probably the last thing, but so we're trying to see if we can make our boat a safer place for all those involved. Do you have any ideas of how you can make that happen?
Well, as we discussed earlier, I'd be more than willing and able to provide you with armor for all of your sailors.
What if we take some people on our boat that are not pre-equipped with armor? How do we make it more safe for them?
Well, I could make you some spare sets as well, and you could keep those in your ship's hold to be used whenever you have guests on board.
Well, I don't know
Now,
if we have the same size.
Well, he pulls out the suit of leather armor and he demonstrates to you. Well, this is actually quite adjustable and very form-fitting as well. It could fit a great many people. But if you don't want something that's quite so personalized, there are a number of master boat builders in the Piraeus who might be willing to armor the ship itself. But that would be a more time-consuming process than simply buying armor for the crew members and guests. Not to mention more expensive.
I guess you do make a good point. If I were to purchase 51 sets of armor, would you be able to have it delivered to my ship?
Yes, of course. Since news of the war, well, even since before news of the war reached us, I've been diligently building enough sets of armor to keep everyone in Athens safe. You can count on that. When do you plan on leaving?
Well, let's just make it so if we leave tomorrow, it will be ready.
Tomorrow. Yes, for another 50 gold, I guess I could have it expedited and at your boat ready to sail, ready for use by your sailors tomorrow.
Alright. Expedite, huh?
Yes.
How much is that total?
Oh, let's see. Gold.
I don't remember. The numbers.
Plus.
It was 250 for the leather armor, plus 50 more for expedition, so 300.
Nope. You're forgetting the shields.
I don't think we have enough for the shield.
Nah, forget the shield. I can't afford shields.
All right. Let me recalculate that. Let's. Oh, I did the math wrong to begin with. Whoops. My bad. So let's spend. That will come out to 560 gold pieces.
Wow. That was twice as much as you quoted before. What happened?
I'm afraid you're mistaken. I quoted 250 for the shields, but it was 510 gold pieces for the leather armor. Plus, of course, the 50 gold expediting fee.
Alright, so what about... Is there no cheaper thing?
Leather armor, well, there's padded leather, which I think is cheaper.
It's 5 gold pieces. But it gives you disadvantage on stealth checks.
They're not stealthy.
Alright, so what about padded armor? Can we get that instead?
Well, if you wanted padded armor, I could certainly give it to you. It would be cheaper, but your men would have a harder time pulling off that wonderful maneuver that your ship and crewmates did on your return from Sparta.
Wow, Phoebus just really told them everything, huh?
Well, it was quite a tale to tell.
Just to clarify.
Well, you're not there.
Oh, yeah, I'm just asking out of character.
The hide inside the hold of the ship and pretend to be a Corinthian ambassador to fool the Spartan patrolling ship.
They didn't hide, right?
Yeah.
Just making sure. Only the
Some of them
ambassador
did.
and guards hid.
Well, you're buying enough armor for guests on the ship too, apparently. So
Nah, screw that. I just want 51 for all our hired men.
all right. So is that what you're telling? What's
Yeah.
his name? Charius?
Yeah.
Well, if you want, I suppose that could be what I sell you. All right, 51 pieces of padded armor to be delivered to your ship by tomorrow morning.
Very well. So that's
Alright.
like 300.
That will be 305 pieces of gold.
Alright, I'll hand him that.
It's not the platinum you wanted, but it has the same effect.
Oh, I'm still over carrying capacity.
Wait, are you
Oh,
using
man,
trade
I
encumbrance?
gave you an offer, you know? I can carry stuff for you.
You're not here.
I think I'm using regular encumbrance. Let me check real quick.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
You're using regular and you're still encumbered?
I'm carrying 123 pounds.
What's your strength score?
Damn, you're fat.
8.
Well, that explains it.
Yeah. I need to find some more places to use this money. Maybe at the dockyard. Alright. I think we're good with this for now.
Okay.
I will return with Orchers.
All right. Where are you guys going now?
Me and Dende went to get casks of rum and ale for the ship.
Ah, yes. Well,
Rum a
rum,
thing yet?
I don't
rum
know.
is definitely a West Indie drink.
Mm-hmm.
The West Indies do not exist yet.
Well, they
So-
exist. They're just not called the West Indies. But we are gonna buy some moonshine.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Anyways, you guys, I'm guessing you make your way back to the Brazen Bull.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Can that thing, your stand, as you call it, carry stuff?
I am using
No.
the standard encumbrance rules. Damn, you are fat.
Yeah.
The stand, I believe.
Cannot.
Let me actually
It
check.
it can only attack if I recall correctly.
It didn't say. It didn't specify it couldn't.
Pull up your thing.
Yeah, here. Third level. The Echo is a magical translucent gray image.
That's I'll tell you what, Kevin. If you
It's the
want it
same
to carry,
cat, technically.
if you want it to carry something, I'll allow it. But you will never again be able to have more than one stand on screen at a time.
I can't do that, man.
It seems like a
I'm
good
sorry.
deal considering there's no actual reason you have multiple.
I'm sorry, Ash. I can't take that deal. You're
And
just
that's
gonna
why-
have to.
That's
Just gonna have
why
to
I
just carry
offered it.
these all.
Oh, okay. Well, you're gonna have to carry it because I'm weak as shit.
I can carry a lot.
Basically, I think between us we can get 3 like barrels of the ale or whatever they have. Dende can carry 2, I'll carry 1.
All right. We'll say that a barrel is going to be 10 gold pieces each.
Okay, I'll put 30.
All right. And as you walk up to order the wine, because that is the most common alcoholic beverage in Greece at the time, so that's what we'll say it is. As you walk up to the counter at the Brazen Bull to order the wine, you see a few familiar figures.
Oh no.
As you approach, you hear the drunken laughter of your first mate Karpos
Oh. Okay.
and a good 5 or so of your crew members. And as you approach, Karpos recognizes you and drunkenly slurs, "Ha, captains, you're here! I'm getting plenty of barrels, just like you asked."
Well, how many are you taking to the ship and not just pouring down your throat?
We're gonna pulls out his coin first. Says, "I've got enough left for 20 barrels."
Wait a minute.
Did
The
you?
math doesn't work out.
That's
He's
all.
drunk.
All right. I'd look for any of the crewmates that aren't drunk.
Make an investigation check.
Oh, they're all gonna be fucking hammered. Damn.
Yeah, you look around, and you don't see a single person in this bar who is drunk, including yourself. At this point, a drink has magically appeared in your hand, and you started drinking it.
So yeah, just like just a way of things. Well, were you able to purchase the other barrels, the barrels of arrows I requested?
Arrows. I
Barrels
thought you
of
said
arrows.
I thought you said barrels of ale.
I see. Well,
No, at that point, they start laughing and say, "We're just messing with you, kid. Yeah, we got some arrows for you. They're waiting for you back on the ship."
Oh, you really had me going there for a moment. I was like, it's very natural for sailors to just get drunk and blow all the coin. But I respect that. And I crack open one of the barrels and say, "Here, drink this. I'll just grab another one for the ship."
They don't even wait for you to say that you're going to grab another one for the ship, and they just start drinking it.
Nice.
Alright, I just want to make it to a Brazen Bull and start drinking with people.
Yeah, we're all just drinking.
All
Wait a
right.
minute, are we supposed to carry these back first?
Well, you're supposed to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, we are.
Oh, I'm drinking too? Okay.
If you wanna.
You
All
would
right.
definitely drink.
Dende would flex before he drinks.
Oh man, that's a
my
nat one.
God.
So
Yeah, that +6 is really helping.
It's really helpful.
Yeah. That's a 7
maybe-
right there. Alright,
Are you drinking?
Yeah, I'll take a drink.
Well, you managed to keep it down, but Dende and Orion are well, they just contaminated the barrels that they drink from. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, that's some good moonshine right there.
Orion just gets super drunk, says, like, and why would she just leave and not, like, what? Am I not good enough? I don't understand. And he gets like the really.
Orion, we all know
depressive
you aren't
drunk.
gonna get rid of Artemis. Let's be real here.
Carpo said maybe if you paid some attention to her, she'd actually care about you more.
I listen to everything she says. How do you think it got so good with the bow? I took notes. I shot morning, evening, and night.
When was the last time you even sacrificed at her temple? Who are you kidding, kid?
I guess you're right.
He's got a point there.
And I just like start petting Orthrus, depressed.
Orthus hiccups.
Wait a minute, he's drinking
Wait.
some too?
Always.
Constitution save!
He's been inebriated by the fumes in the air.
Alright, I think we've had enough for one night. Let's head back.
Well, it's not night anymore; it's morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not actually morning. It is still the same day.
Yeah, I'm still fine. I'll take them out before it gets morning.
Yeah.
Here, Captain, you take this cask. I give him the cask I was going to take to the ship. I'm just not in the mood anyway. He starts wandering off.
Oh
Okay.
man.
I'll put the men in charge of bringing the whatever we drank back. That fucked up everybody, I guess.
Yeah, that's their regular brew right there.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are done?
We're done.
Orion's
All right.
wandering off, very drunk.
I'm gonna grab
Following.
them.
All right.
By the ear.
Ah!
This way.
Wait, huh?
I'm just gonna drag him along.
You're taking him back to your house, I'm guessing?
Yep.
Okay. And it is back
Oh, yo,
to...
but I'm going to the ship.
Nah, the crewmates can't do that. They're the ones drinking anyways. There won't be any left in the morning.
Oh god.
Damn.
Oh, speaking of, since you're actually buying stuff for the ship now, let me give you a character sheet to keep track of its inventory. Or would it be a character sheet or a handout that I should give you?
A handout would be better.
Probably.
We do have the
Oh,
character
okay.
sheet for it, and that's why I wrote down like my arrows. But I think a handout would probably be better. As we're coming back into the thing, I look at the little, like, this fountain and be like, I guess I never do, like, treat Artemis like the god. I just flick a coin in there, like say a silent prayer, and keep wandering.
By the way, what
it's
is
a bit
this
late,
thing?
but
What is what thing?
What is this one here?
Well, it's not actually a fountain. It's more like a well that people go to get water from. It's
not
where
Peter,
you
right?
what?
not to pee in, right?
Well, if you're sober, it's not to pee in.
Well-
But if you're Orion, you know everything's meant to be peed on.
Orion's not peeing in it. He flicks a coin in as if like trying to, do the thing where you send a prayer by flicking a coin into a pool of water.
And I'm just preparing an action. If your pants lower, I'm taking it back up.
No. I'm fine. I'm completely
Luckily-
sober.
Luckily for you, Cassandra comes out at that point because she's heard the commotion. He says, "Ah, you all have returned from your business today."
Yeah, we're home.
Orthus hiccups.
Well, I haven't been able to fill the house with furniture just yet. That's still on order, but I have cleaned it up. It no longer looks quite as dingy as it did before. Your roof was especially dirty. It'll take a few more days to really get the stains out, but I think it will really come together quite nicely soon.
My action was
Ah!
prepared. Alright.
Got you covered.
And I'm guessing you're gonna lock him inside your house before he does
Yes.
any more damage.
I'm gonna lock him inside what would be the bathroom.
So the
Oh,
roof.
come on.
You're gonna
No,
lock
no,
him.
no.
You're lock him in the roof.
No, my bathroom. Do I not have one?
You have a chamber pot.
You lock him in the chamber pot.
Yeah. Alright. So be it.
All right.
So yeah, the place looks cleaner.
Yes.
That's it then.
All right. And if that's all for the day, I'm gonna say you guys take a long rest.
Nice.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night, can I just knock on the door asking someone to let me out?
I don't hear you.
Make a strength check.
Shit.
By the way, I don't actually lock him in. I just tell him it's locked.
Wait. So it's unlocked. I'm just like pushing on the
Nice.
door.
Make an intelligence check and a strength check. Intelligence with disadvantage because you're drunk.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, it does
Failed
not
it.
matter.
All right. So you're still pretty drunk in the middle of the night when you wake up.
Hey,
and
someone?
so it never even occurs to you that the door is locked. In fact, it never even occurs to you that you're behind a door at all. You just think you're in a room with four walls and no exit.
Oh my god. Like,
But
Nice.
well, I'm just
once
turning
again-
around.
because you're so drunk, you don't really have the strength or the coordination to really knock on the walls and try and get out. You just sort of tap your arms and your head on the walls as you flail around, and no one really hears anything. So that's how you spend your night.
Yep.
Nice.
All right. In the morning, though, Cassandra, who is still sober and has her wits about her, goes to check on Orion and takes him out of the unlocked chamber pot room.
You mean not even locked?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Oh. I had a terrible dream that I was stuck in a 5x5 room with no way out.
5 by, well, I'm sure you've earned whatever rest it is you got. It sounds like you had quite the day yesterday. Let me get you all some food. She goes to wake up everyone else in the house.
I'm by the fireplace.
Alright, time to eat.
All right. She gives you all some food and says, "So, what will you all be doing now?"
We're
gonna
sailing
be
off to Crete.
Heading to Crete.
Sailing off to
Yeah.
Crete. Whatever for? You just got back to Athens.
Well, we're quite busy folk. We're just gonna be heading off in adventures to do favors, maybe get some favors done for us. In the meantime, can I count on you to watch the house?
Yes, of course, sir. It'll look like a brand new home when you get back, I promise. There will be furniture in every room. The walls and floors and ceilings will be clean. And hopefully the roof will finally have all those stains gone too.
Good luck with that.
And then I toss her 25 gold pieces. I'll say, and do something nice for yourself as well.
Are you still encumbered?
Oh, Ms.
I
Ice
know
just
what.
popped up. Hi, Ms. Ice.
No,
How can we help you?
I finally found the picture in my drive, so I figured I'd share it now.
Nice.
I'm still encumbered. I need to get rid of 200
Now,
gold pieces.
what are you carrying?
You should have just bought the leather armor, not the padded armor.
It was.
No.
Oh yeah, did you buy armor? Here's some more gold to make up for the fact that you paid for all of it yourself.
No, fuck you. Can I like just recon that and say about
Can't
leather
you just
armor
like
instead?
leave some money at your house? You don't need to carry all of it with you.
You can also just leave it with me. I am a
Right.
trustworthy man.
So we're gonna have you roll a deception check on that one, Kevin.
Wait a minute. I actually believe I'm a trustworthy man.
Yeah,
I
that's
disagree.
not how deception checks work, though. It's
my
it's
God.
if it's either if you're deceiving someone or if other people think they're being deceived. Plus, you're also the guy that Aristophanes has had to retrieve from when he's gone into his neighbors' homes.
Yeah.
I knocked and said hi. I didn't
When you
like.
were sober.
I didn't like steal stuff. What are you?
Well, I might not think you're like malicious, but I don't think you're gonna be smart enough to do whatever I ask you to do.
In any case, you can retcon it and say you bought leather armor instead.
Alright.
So
that
that
was
would
like-
be. Oh no, that wasn't the calculator button. I've locked myself out of my computer.
Nice.
1 second.
That was like an extra 250, right?
So the cost would be 560 gold.
Yeah, so that's 250 more. Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Are you now unencumbered
Yeah.
until your next payday?
I can't get paid anymore. It's not working
Hey,
out.
Aristophanes, where's your bedroom?
Good question. It's
You're in it.
upstairs.
Okay, I go upstairs.
The stairs just lead to the roof.
Ah,
Oh no.
you don't have a bedroom, do you?
Well, maybe.
Wait, this entire time, have you been sleeping on the roof?
I've been.
Guess
sleeping-
I've been sleeping on the
Aristophanes.
floor.
You have bedrolls in your inventory, right?
Yeah. Bedrolls it is.
Yes. You noticed though that that night, or at least some point in the previous day, Cassandra had gone out and bought herself a bed.
Nice.
Yes.
But not
So
for us.
well, as she said, the rest of the furniture is being delivered soon. So
I gave her money to
Alright.
treat herself. Good shit, Cassandra.
yes. All right.
Alright.
So you guys are headed off to the port, or do you have any other errands you want to
I'm
run?
going to go over while no one's looking. Go by the fireplace, get my mess kit out, empty it out, and then put some gold in it, and just hide it in the fireplace, in the bag where it's not like on fire.
We're gonna have melted gold.
Right. Give me a second.
It's basically, like people hide money under their mattress and other weird places around their house. But he doesn't really have much furniture to hide stuff in his house, so this was the best,
Make a-
next best thing.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Alright.
Something you're good at.
Hell yeah.
You are good at this. So you managed to not only do this when no one else is looking to really be sure your gold is hidden. You also managed to quite deftly take the ashes and the embers of the fire and just sort of rearrange everything to where the fire is now burning right on top of your treasure, but it's not positioned in such a way to where your gold or the box it's in would be hurt. So someone's going to have to go through that fire to find your gold. It's very well hidden.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. Nice.
See, you could just done that.
Shall we head up?
What if someone mugs your house?
Nah, it's fine. We got some armor. It's fine. They're alive now.
Maybe we
No
should
armor
also,
for Cassandra.
maybe you should buy maybe like other servants to defend your house.
Nah, screw it.
All right, so you guys are headed
finds no
off.
gold.
You guys are headed off to the fort then.
Yes.
Nah, I want to head to a temple first.
You want to head to a temple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My temple.
Your temple,
Uh,
Temple of Athena.
Yeah.
Righto. Give
I'm gonna
me
just
1
follow
second.
him till outside the temple.
I have a few different temple maps. I want to see which one's best for this. Yeah, this is pretty good actually. Turn lighting off. Good. All right, so you all make your way up, back towards the main part of Athens itself, and Aristophanes, you know that since your goddess is Athena, that her temple is located on the Acropolis, and it is, of course, the famed Parthenon of Athens.
Alright, so where do people go to worship her?
They
in this
go
big map?
right inside the front door. It's
Where's
pretty
the
much
front door?
right here.
Okay.
Yeah, you can ignore every other building here. So you see, as you walk up, a very large building with a number of different effigies cut into its walls along the top of the walls, depicting warriors, politicians, famous heroes from Athens' past, and there's a few depictions of the goddess Athena herself. As you walk inside the temple itself and go through the front doors, you see a very, very large room with columns on the inside of it, and they all lead towards a central altar, which sits before a massive, larger-than-life statue of Athena, which looks
Larger than
something
life.
like this.
Ooh.
Yes. So you see, this statue is covered in gold clothing. Athena, you can tell that it's Athena, and in one hand is a large shield, which rests by a serpent and a spear, and in her other hand is a depiction of the goddess Nike, which is the Greek goddess of victory.
Is Nike, is his slogan "Just Do It"?
Huh.
No, not at all.
Alright, so I go up to the statue and the altar. Is there like a donation box or whatever thing there?
You see a couple of priests right by the altar, right in the middle of sacrificing a rather nice-looking goat to Athena, and they're saying some prayers.
Alright. I just asked one of them, hey, I would like to make a donation for this temple.
Oh, how generous of you. We would be happy to accept any donation you would offer to us, sir.
I hand them 10 gold pieces.
Thank you. Your kindness will not be forgotten. Athena will surely watch over you on your travels, sir. And as the priest says this to you, you feel a sort of reassurance that, yeah, things are going to go well. And you feel a little closer to your god by 1/50th.
Okay.
Nice.
What's that mean?
One piety point.
Yes, plus 1 piety.
Alright, and then
And I'm gonna actually write campaign logs this week to show other piety stuff. But in general, going forward, If it's something like this, where you're directly interacting with like either your god or your god's representatives, I'll probably tell you in session that you get a piety point or lose a piety point. If it's something minor, then that'll probably just be revealed in the campaign log.
And I want to just like
because of my puns, right?
Nah, I want to talk to the statue or just like face it and speak, saying like, I appreciate the protection you've given me and it served me well. I'm here today to ask you to protect a certain person that's living in my home by the name of Cassandra. She's lost as much as I have and she is still going strong. She is now
Lost
living
as
in your
much as
city.
you have.
She's now living in your city and I hope you can offer her protection and safety, just as you have I. And I head up.
You feel closer to Athena by another 50th.
Yeah.
And when you walk outside the temple, the sun is shining, and you feel like this is quite the auspicious start to your trip in a good way. And off in the distance, you see a lightning bolt strike down a man who was flexing in the agora.
What?
Nice.
For interrupting your prayer.
And I'll be like, nice. Alright. I'm
We're
ready.
off.
You
Luckily,
guys good to go?
luckily for the flexing man, it hit his double.
Wait a minute.
Alright, I guess
And
we're
for-
off.
Yep. And for once, the people applaud instead of stare and spit at this flexing man because it looked like quite the interesting magic trick when his flexing body double disappeared in a poof of smoke.
Oh, he comes back out.
Alright.
No, he doesn't.
Alright. Shall we head towards Crete now?
All right.
Do
Yep.
it.
You guys are all in the Piraeus. So anything you want to check on or take care of before you leave?
You want to check on your arrows?
Yeah, go check if there are arrows, just in case, on the ship.
Now, you ordered how many arrows to begin with, Ash?
400 arrows, because they gave them 20 gold.
You see that instead of 400 arrows, you see 150 arrows
Okay.
intact and in a barrel. You see another 100 arrows broken, covered in just this very strong smelling, almost rancid liquid in another barrel.
Oh.
And you see one crew member getting who is held down by two other people as Karpos is standing behind him and he's saying, all right, just hold still for a moment while I pull this thing out. All right, it's your own fault for making that stupid bet. And the crew member who's being held down yelps in pain as Karpos takes out an arrow from this guy's behind.
I walk up to Karpos.
Interesting.
Karpos?
Now, this guy thought it would be, I see you've walked in at a very inopportune time. Well, this idiot over here thought it would be a good idea to try to play pin the arrow on the piñata. Except he thought it would be a good idea for himself to be the piñata. The games these drunken idiots play.
I just put my hand up to my face and just like shake my head. I was like, well,
On the
at
plus
least-
side, though, we did get, we managed to keep 150 of the 200 arrows you asked us to buy, boss.
And that liquid in the broken arrows, is that alcohol or is that blood?
Well,
Ointment.
I'm not really sure you can call what the Brazen Bull sells alcohol, but yeah, it is alcohol.
Alright, so I guess those 50 arrows are broken and just, dipped with alcohol now. That's cool.
Yeah, you can see flies just like buzzing around in the barrel, and it definitely wasn't a fresh barrel because something's growing on the inside of it too.
Oh, okay. I seal the barrel completely. Let's just move this to the back and not think about it.
Karpos turns to you with a smile on his face and he says, "Good idea, boss. You're gonna let the arrows pickle I like the way you think.
How about we just get rid of
Wait
these?
a minute.
No, maybe like in a couple of weeks, right? They might actually be good for something like poison damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Uh-huh.
point.
Alright, but you're keeping it in your corner.
Yeah, sure. For now, these 150
It's
arrows
probably-
should be good enough for reservoir.
There's probably some bobbin in there too.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna be mending those arrows. I'm not even touching it.
You have mending?
I do.
Oh,
Yeah, but I have to
Just
touch
mend
it.
the arrows on the way back.
No, I have to touch it. I'm not touching that shit.
I would be willing to roll it to where you could touch it through a glove.
Alright. If it comes to it.
All right.
When it comes to it.
And with a disgusted look on your face, you all set sail for Crete. And we will say that that is the end of the session there.
nice.
Alright.
That's awesome.
Wow.
I love the fact they did that to 50 arrows, actually.
Yeah, some numbers.
Yeah, I was thinking, well, these guys are gonna entrust their shopping errands to a bunch of drunken sailors, so let's see what they actually end up buying.
Hey, that's better
Hey,
than
at least
nothing.
you got 150 of them.
Oh wait, before I mark it down, did the 3 barrels of wine actually survive or no?
Well, 2 of the barrels of wine
Hey,
survived.
that's more than I could have hoped
Okay.
for.
One of the barrels, well, all 3 of the barrels survived. 2 of them survived with their contents intact. The 3rd barrel is just empty.
Nice.
So we got
Not
a barrel
even a
then.
drop of wine left in it. It is sparkling clean. These sailors do some thorough work.
Yeah, they can put a lot away. Alright. Good job. Good DMing, Michael. Thanks for the session.
Yeah, that was fun.
All right.
Thanks.
Yep.
We got to fuck around in Athens some more. You got yourself a maid.
Yeah.
I
I got rid of all my money.
Yeah, I was like, damn, you're throwing money at everything. How overweight are you?
I still have all my money.
I was
Yeah,
literally
underweight.
like at the edge of my weight until I got the money.
Well, most of your weight's your armor, right?
It's 40 pounds from armor, and then I got 80 pounds in like other shit.
What
God
other
damn.
shit do you have?
I got rope. That's like 10 pounds. That's the heaviest thing.
Put it all on the ship.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
what if I need it? I don't
Then
need
it's-
gold.
And it's on the
do you
ship.
you know what Dende carries?
What?
Clothes?
And his guns.
Yeah, his guns.
Yeah. I do have 20 rations that I'm gonna put on the boat though. I'll edit that.
Yeah. Good shit, guys.
Mm.
Oh, I will
Any
say, the fact that you
go-
kept me locked in a room all night is good, because I was like, what would drunk Orion do? And there's some trouble I was planning.
Nah, I've had enough of you.
Good old intelligence checks.
Nice.
There to save the day.
Nice.
What were you saying,
Yeah,
Michael?
so is there anything like you guys have got advice-wise or, things to do differently?
This session went really well.
This session was alright.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
had a lot
there's
of fun.
nothing wrong.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of what you think, Kevin, because like your character is always so silent, except for when he's flexing. And he's
then when
always
he
flexing.
speaks-
Flexing.
The worst
I'm
thing
just
to come out of his
flexing.
mouth.
Yes.
Alright, we'll stop the stream because I have to get ready to do shit.
The worst thing to come out of my mouth isn't even my